So I've talked about Dean Cain before. Dean Cain, in case you did not know, he played Superman in the Lois and Clark, TV series, which I liked. I liked that TV series back in the 90s. Okay. I did like it. However, Dean Cain has moved over politically, which is his right, to a more far right conservative, probably even the MAGA movement. And, you know, sadly, Dean Cain has not been relevant since the 90s, since that Superman. However, with the new Superman movie coming out, people are asking him questions. And when I say people, I only mean the far right TV shows and stuff, because no one else really cares what he has to say. But, and I did a whole episode on it. Maybe I'll post that replay where we talked about how Dean Cain thought that the new Superman is too woke because he's an immigrant, despite the fact that Superman literally is an undocumented alien. Dean Cain decided to get on board and continue this wave by making a big decision for himself. So during an appearance on Fox News, he explained that he spoke to the officials over the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, and he will be joining them ASAP. That's right. He is now going to sign on to be a part of ICE. He said, I put out a recruitment video yesterday. I'm actually a sworn deputy sheriff and a reserve police officer. I wasn't part of ICE, but once I put that out there and you put a little blurb on your show, it went crazy. So now I've spoken with some officials over at ICE and I will be sworn in as an ICE agent ASAP. All right. Now, let me just say, I am not anti-police. I do believe that there are flaws in the system of policing. I have friends that are police officers. I respect the hell out of what they do and what they put their lives out there on a line for. But I do believe that the system of policing is incredibly flawed. And for those that need other context, recently with the new administration being in, you have ICE, who is supposed to, on paper, they're supposed to go after immigrant, undocumented or illegal criminals that are immigrants. That was the campaign promise. And it has gotten to the point where many individuals feel as though they are crossing the line. Now, according to them, they now have to wear masks as they go out in unmarked vehicles and disappear people. There's no other way to put this. They go out and disappear people who might be immigrants, might even have their legal status here or not, be damned. And that's where part of the argument is coming up, because many people feel as though due process is not even being implemented, right? Which is part of the Constitution. Constitution does not sit here and say only American citizens get due process. It says any person that is on American soil is entitled to due process. Person, not citizen, person. So what Dean Cain is now doing is opting to join a regime of the government that has also decided to go out, cover their faces, and basically serve as a lawless secret police. I say lawless because the Constitution says you have to have due process, and there have been instances and cases where due process has not been followed. Now, of course, this gets a little bit juicier, because Dean Cain goes on to say, when asked what motivated him to join the organization, he said that America is a country built on patriots stepping up, whether it was popular or not. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Funny, funny, funny. Why is that funny? Because let me get that here. I have to correct something. Um This man is not his name is not even Dean Cain. In case you did not know, Dean Cain, aka not even Dean Cain, right? He is half Japanese. He's Japanese on his father's side. His name was Dean George Tanaka. So Dean Tanaka is half Japanese. But Mr. Tanaka says that America is a country built on patriots stepping up. I'm curious as to who these patriots were and who are they stepping up against. Are we talking about the patriots that stepped up to commit genocide against Native Americans? No? Oh. Are we talking about the patriots that stepped up to fight against the freedom of black people? No? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No black people involved, no Native Americans. Wait a minute. Are we talking about the patriots that threw the Japanese in internment camps? Oh, but wait, there's more. Mr. Tanaka, did y'all know that those same patriots threw Dean Cain's grandparents in those internment camps in Idaho? Idaho, of all places. In case you did not know, these are the same Japanese that later got reparations from the United States. That's I'm just asking the question. Are these the patriots you're talking about? Because America has a long history of patriots, and you said it, popular or not, where the Japanese, them same patriots would have looked at you and been like, in there. Go on in there with your grandpappy. And I call this out because this is a byproduct, and I've talked about this all the time, of what happens with the indoctrination of white supremacy ideology. And unfortunately for Dean Cain, he's drunk the Kool-Aid. Dean Cain has probably, and I would argue this is why he changed his name for real, Mr. Dean George Tanaka. You changed your name to Dean Cain because you wanted to sound and look and play the role of a white person. You wanted to pass. Many people have done it for Hollywood reasons. I understand that. But the mere fact that you would be complicit and okay with joining a regime that now has been amplified because they just got an extra $20 billion, I think, for ICE now, to go after people that probably would have gone after you and your grandparents and probably your parents. You drink the Kool-Aid. You drink the white supremacy ideology Kool-Aid because you want to be like them. And the problem is, right now, the way we see ICE operate, the way we see this administration operate, there's very little to debate about this. They're only targeting black and brown immigrants. And then giving selective privileges to white Afrikaner immigrants. It doesn't get any more blatant than that. Black and brown, get out of here. White Afrikaners, you guys are persecuted, even though we have no evidence of it. Oh, come on over. Come on over. No, you get to skip the line. Come on over. First class. That's the regime you want to join? That's the regime you want to represent? I don't think I need to say this. But my man John Leguizamo just came out and has something to say on this whole topic. Now, y'all know John Leguizamo, he's been pretty active. He's been pretty vocal. You know, my man be standing up for his community and all that. He said, what kind of loser volunteers to be an ICE officer? What a moron. Dean Cain, your pronouns are has been. That was next level. That was next level. Because if you know, You know, Dean Cain and all of them far right, they hate them pronouns. They hate them pronouns. But to be the pronoun, your pronouns are has been, John, you ain't have to go that low. You ain't have to, you did not have to. That's it. That's it. I can't follow that up. I can't follow it up because it's right. It's right. That's it. I feel bad for Dean Cain because he reminds me of one of those people that believes what he's doing is probably right. And the only thing that he lacks the perspective of is that you're still not that far away, right? You think black and brown people are down here at the bottom, so it's easy to punch down. But when they're done with black and brown people, where do you think they're going to go next? I'm just saying, if you follow the progression, how many generations of Japanese you got up in you? You mean you not full Aryan? Like, you not straight from the Caucasus? This is why when we talk about politics, in my opinion, it should always do the best that it can to protect the least of us. You might not have to agree with them. You might not like certain lifestyles or how people look or whatever. But when you protect the least of us, it's not going to affect the rest of us. But when you allow the least of us to get violated, discriminated against, guess what? It's not going to take that long to work its way up the ladder, because once it becomes precedent, that's it. Oh, we can go after that protected group of people. Guess what? If we can go after them, we can go after anybody. Anyway, you guys let me know. How do you feel about Mr. Dean George Tanaka and his decision to join ICE? Think it's a good move? Think it's a bad move? Whatever you think. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.